The identity of one of the so-called three tramps is the man pictured on the right. This is Charles B. Harrelson, today serving a life sentence for the murder for hire of federal judge John Wood in San Antonio in 1979. Harrelson being on the right. On the left is the young man Tramp taken in Dealey Plaza. Harrelson, under the influence of drugs, which authorities say tend to make you tell the truth, asserted at the time of his arrest that he not only had killed the federal judge, but he had participated in the John F. Kennedy assassination. The matchup and analysis of the photographs of the young Tramp and Harrelson seemed to bear out his statement. It was a front photograph of Charles Harrelson. On the extreme left is the front photograph of the tall Tramp. When an overlay is made, see the illustration on the right, you can see that the face and features match up identically, particularly the ear. Very persuasive evidence that Charles Harrelson was telling the truth when he said he participated in the John F. Kennedy assassination. Keep in mind, Charles Harrelson can be traced and linked directly into the Dallas underworld with connections to people very close to Jack Ruby. In the famous Zapruder film, we can see two very strange things going on at the moment Jack Kennedy was first struck by bullets. To the extreme left is an umbrella which was pumped up and down at the exact moment of the shots, and in the right foreground we can see a man with his fist raised in the air. The Warren Commission declined to even investigate or acknowledge the existence of these two very strange characters. Photograph taken by newsmen seconds after the shooting, we can see that the two strangest characters in Dealey Plaza wound up sitting side by side on the curb while everyone else was falling on the ground or running around trying to determine what had happened. Another blow-up taken of the two men sitting on the curb. If you look closely at the man in the light-colored jacket or shirt, it appears that he may have something up to his mouth. Blow-up by Jack White. We can see what appears to be an antenna jutting from behind the man's head. He appears to be talking on a walkie-talkie while the police and newsmen who had jumped off of the press bus were rushing around Dealey Plaza trying to find out what was going on. In this photograph, we can see the man who appeared to have been talking on a walkie-talkie, placing something in his hip pocket, strolling down Elm Street, while behind him a vast number of people in that end of Dealey Plaza rushed towards the picket fence on the Grassy knoll, the exact location where they all said shots came from. Blow-up of that photograph showing the man with what appears to be the antenna still protruding, stuffing something into the rear part of his pants. The Polaroid snapshot made by Mary Mormon at the exact moment of the fatal headshot. This photograph has been available for years and years, but only within the past year have researchers, based on some new witness testimony, began to look on the Grassy knoll in the area behind this abutment for photographic evidence of the gunman on the knoll. With researchers Gary Mack and Jack White obtaining a unretouched photograph of Mormon's Polaroid snapshot, began to enlarge and analyze the spot of light above the corner of this abutment. Resulted in this extraordinary blow-up of what to the naked eye appears to be a man with forehead, ear, neck, shoulder, semicircular patch on his left arm, and a bright shiny object on the shirt, on the dark shirt that he's wearing in the chest area, in the classic rifle position. This then could be the first photograph of the knoll gunman, which was finally admitted publicly by the House Select Committee on Assassinations based on acoustical evidence made in Dealey Plaza. They said there was a gunman on the knoll. Based on this photograph, was that man wearing a Dallas police uniform. It tallies with some eyewitness testimony at the time. Again, new evidence that has never been seen by the American public. Graphic montage done by Jack White shows the extreme blow-up of the gunman as shown in the Mormon photograph at the top left. It also shows a artist retouching to more clearly show the position of the gunman in the extreme lower left and the relationship of the patch and shiny object to that of a Dallas police uniform. Strong evidence suggesting that not only was there a gunman on the knoll, but he may have been wearing a Dallas police uniform. The proceeding has been but a brief and very cursory look at some of the new evidence that is now available to point the direction of what really happened to John